Okay, on this problem it says a company makes boxes, has an order to make a box that will hold 1,000 cubic inches of volume. Do the material they put in the box is necessary to make the width 5 times longer than the length, and they want to minimize material use. So we're looking for a minimum here, and looking for what should the width be on this thing. Okay, so a box. Okay, note that the volume of the box is length times width times height. And the volume is 1,000, so 1,000 equals length times width times height. Just like on the last video, we'll need to solve this for the h right here. So solving this for h, you would divide by LW, 1,000 over LW. But let me substitute something else in here. The width, let's get this, is given up to us up here that the width is 5 times longer than the length. Width is 5 times the length. So I can substitute 5 length in for W on this equation. 5L times L is 5L squared. Now solving this for H, you get 1,000 over 5L squared. So that's what the height is. Now you're going to hold on to that because we're going to need to substitute that into the surface area equation. Now this is a box. The surface area of a box, there's 6 sides. So one side, like maybe this top side, might be the length times the width, and so is the bottom. So there's 2 sides with length times width. Another side might be length times length times height. The front here, right here, this low area, length times height. So is the back, length times height. So there's 2 length times height, and this might be width times height, and there's 2 of that, the left and the right, because there's 6 sides. So length width, there's 2 of those. There's 2 length heights and 2 width heights. Okay, every way that you can get 2 letters from the 3 letters, length, width, height, and put a 2 with it. That's the surface area. So the surface area, substituting stuff in, the surface area is equal to 2L times what's W? 5L. Plus 2 times L times H. What's H? Right here. 1,000 over 5L squared. Plus 2 times W, which is 5L, times h, which is 1,000 over 5L squared. So all I did there was I substituted in what W is in terms of L, and here everywhere I saw a W I put 5L, and everywhere there's an h I put 1,000 over 5L squared, right there and right there. Okay. So you could do it in pieces if you wanted to, but I did it all together, and then multiplying it together I get 10L squared here. Here I get 2,000 L over 5L squared, and here 10,000 L over 5L squared right here. There should be an L right here. See, because there's an L up there. 10 times 1,000 is 10,000 with an L over 5L squared. Okay, simplifying further, let's see what we get here. So right here, 10L squared. 2,000 divided by 5 is 400. The L over L squared, you have an extra L on the bottom. 10,000 divided by 5 is 2,000, and you have an extra L on the bottom. Use a calculator to help you simplify those. So now we can combine these two right here. 400 plus 2,000, since they already have a common denominator, is 2,400 over L. Okay, just like on the last problem where we had to multiply by R top and bottom on this side, we're going to have to multiply by L top and bottom. So multiplying by L top and bottom on there, okay, that will give us a 10L cubed over an L. So we have a common denominator. So the top's going to be a 10L cubed plus 2,400 over L. And then you just go to your rational sheet, put in your coefficients of 10, 2,400 here, and a 1 right there, and you start searching for the minimum. So let me put those coefficients in of 10, 2,400, and 1. So 10, 2,400, and a 1. There they are. Don't get it near 0 because it's 0. So don't look at this near 0 because at 0 there is a vertical asymptote. Again, because there's a L in the denominator, there would be a vertical. But no sense in looking at 0 anyway because it doesn't make any sense for the length to be 0. So you can look at it anywhere after 0. If you wanted to be close to 0, just in case it was the length needed to be close to 0, you could, like 0.5 or whatever. And how far out? We don't know how far out. I usually, make a guess, 10. And if you don't see that that the bottom is here, like if it keeps going down, go out farther. But I can see we got the bottom here. So the bottom is somewhere between maybe between 4 and 6. So let's see, 4 and 6, the lowest spot, the minimum. Super close to 5. How about look, holding the mouse cursor here, I can see it's really close to about 4.88. How if I go 4.7 to about 5? There we go. So the minimum is somewhere about between 4.9 and 4.95. Okay, 4.9 to 4.95. So now we got it super close. It's super close to 4.93. That's what do we have this solved for? I think, is it the width? Let's check it. It's solved for length. So the length should be, I think we say here that the length should be 4.932. Let's check it. 4.9, well, we don't need another digit, but just holding the mouse cursor there, I would round it 4.931. So whatever, we'll go 2 digits, 4.93. Okay, so that's what the length, because it's in terms of length, that's what the length should be. The y value is your surface area. So let's look at the graph here and see how high is it? About 729.86. So 729.86 is what the surface area would be. If it asks what should the let's say width be, well, the width, remember, was 5 times the length. So just take 5 times this 4.93 and you'll get a length of about 24.66. And if it says what's the height, then just substitute the values in here and you'll get what the height needs to be. So that's that section. It's a hard section, a lot of things in it, and we'll stop right there.